What is up, you guys? The holiday season has officially descended upon us. It is December and Christmas is only 25 days away. Now, if you are like me, then you put your Christmas up early, but if you're also like me, you're behind this year and you still don't have that tree up. I'm working on it. In the last video, we made this absolutely stunning ornament wreath together for under $25. I know. And it is so beautiful, and I'm just absolutely still in love with this. So if you would like to know how to make one of these of your very own, follow the link in the description box down below. I will have this link so you can go watch this after you watch this one, because guess what? Today, we're going to be making another budget-friendly wreath for under $25 using floral picks. All right, so the first thing we have for our wreath is we are going to be doing kind of like a frosty kind of winter look here. So the first thing we have for our main focal point are these lovely white and silver poinsettias. I just love the silver on the ends here. And I'm going to kind of only cover like 1/2 of the wreath with these. I have 5 of these all together. And I'm going to intersperse these lovely kind of icy branches in amongst it, because I think that's going to add a nice texture, a nice color, and something to kind of help break up those poinsettias so they're not so heavy. And then over on the side, I think I'm going to add these lovely frosty green berries, once again kind of keeping with that frosty theme, and I just think it has such an elegant look, and this is such a fun, playful texture that'll really add a lot to the wreath, I think. And then lastly, we have these holly berries, and I really like, or sorry, these holly branches, and what I really like about them is they have the little red for the pop of color, and they have a really nice broad leaf form here, and so that's going to add a nice weightiness as well, so that way it's not just like these kind of like skinny sprigs over on the side, and this will kind of give it something to kind of, just something with a little bit more weightiness is what I'm getting at. So I have some wire here to help secure some things in place, as well as a hot glue gun all heated up and ready to go. So as I assemble this, and once I'm happy, I can stick everything in place permanently and securely. We're gonna go ahead and just start sticking these poinsettias on to the wreath form here. Now, I think the key to doing something like this is not to stress out about it and to just have fun with it and not overthink things, because once you start overthinking and stressing out about it, it just becomes just like a nightmare to do. But I mean, you know, make a coffee, play some Christmas music, and just enjoy yourself while you do this, because honestly, it really does make the job a lot more fun. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to stagger it just a little bit, because I don't want them right up on each other. I also don't want this poinsettia getting lost who knows where. So I'm just going to bring it down and place it about right here. And I'm placing it quite a bit further down because I don't want these poinsettias so clustered so tightly that I don't have any space to tuck in these little icicles, because I know that I want to put an icicle probably like in here somewhere. Not quite sure yet, but I just kind of want to take my time, probably about right here. I can hear a chicken. I'm pretty sure someone's laying an egg right now. I can just hear it. I'm like, that sounds, not that they're currently, because I think chickens usually, I mean, I'm listening to it, it sounds kind of like the chickens are getting ready to lay an egg. They haven't laid it yet. I find when they're getting ready to lay, it's kind of a grating sound, but when they're have laid and they're singing their little egg song, it's not quite so bad. It's just like a lovely little egg song, but when they're laying, it's a little grating. Okay, so I actually like that placement pretty good. And you can see I kind of have like this blank spot, like right here. You can kind of see these blank spots in here. And what I'm gonna do with those is I'm gonna tuck these lovely icicle branches in there, and this is just gonna kind of, like I said, this is gonna give it a little bit of texture. Let me see where I want to put these, and I'll actually just pull it out here. I kind of want this poinsettia to be positioned a little bit differently. Let me see, let me try tucking it going the opposite way. Let me see if that kind of fixes my problem, because I don't have a branch to grab. There you go, that's much better. That's what I was looking for. That's perfect. That makes me happy. Okay. And it's always better when you're doing projects like this to work in odd numbers. So instead of, you know, in this case, I'm working with 5 poinsettias, and you can get away with working with 6, which, you know, is technically an even number, or it is an even number. All right. Ooh, I think, see, I like this shape. There's something about the shape of this one. I think there's more berries on it, and I just like the shape of this. And then I feel like adding one of these on here. Let me kind of, this one looks good. Like so. See, I think that adds just a lot to it, especially if I kind of pull it out and do it like that. I think that's what I'm looking for. Okay. And then you can always just secure pieces where you want them. So like I do want this one to kind of be a little bit more open. And what I'll do is I'll take a little piece of florist wire, and I'll go ahead and show you how I'm going to do that. Is I'll actually just take a little piece of florist wire, and I'll just cut it like so. And then I'll just kind of tuck it in here, and I'll secure it to this little piece right here. And you can actually, it's a little easier to do it the other way, where you actually cut one big enough that goes all the way around the wreath, the width of the wreath. But this is just a little bit more discreet. It's just a little bit more tedious and time consuming, but this works just equally as well. Like I said, it's a little bit more discreet to use, you know, smaller bits. And that's what I like. I like it discreet, kind of right there. And then I'm gonna kind of tuck that one away. It doesn't really need to be seen. And then pull these branches kind of over it a little bit. Actually, these ones got stuck around. Let me pull those ones forward. Perfect, 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 perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. So that is this wreath all complete, and I must say I'm very happy with how it turned out. I think it has such a whimsical, elegant look to it, and I just really like all of the colors and how they play together. I love how these little green berries ended up picking up the light. I think it's very playful but elegant at the same time. I just love the colors and textures to this wreath. And what I love about this too is not only does this work for Christmas, but this also works great for a New Year's wreath or carrying you through the winter months. So like, you know, putting it up in January and February. And I just think it has such a fun wintry feel. And it is such a simple thing to do. You just go to the store and you look at the pics and you see, you know, what colors are you feeling, what textures are you feeling, and you can just create such a beautiful arrangement on one of these grapevine wreath forms. And you can get so creative with it. I've seen so many cool things done with this, so many beautiful, beautiful things. And this is just one of those things where it's left up to your interpretation, and you can have so much fun with it by customizing it and personalizing it. And I just think it's such a great project and so much fun. So now the question is, how much did this end up costing? Okay, so all of our poinsettia picks here were originally $4, and all of our other picks in here were originally $3. Now, I did manage to get all of these 50% off because normally Hobby Lobby's Christmas decor runs 50% off around Christmas time. That's just kind of standard, something they do, I guess. And so altogether the picks cost $19, plus an additional $5 for the actual wreath form, coming out to a grand total of $24 for this entire wreath. If I had gotten all of this stuff full price, this would have been a $43 project, but because I was able to get all of the picks 50% off, it was only a $24 project. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me and crafting this wreath together. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.